Hey, it's me, of course. Who else would it be? Still getting used to this. So I'm gonna get right into it, and this is a different video than I've done before. It's not a vlog, and it's not necessarily related to food, but it is definitely something that is a big part of me, and I am trying to be authentic. So that's why I'm in our bedroom. You are your most vulnerable when you are asleep, so this is me attempting to be vulnerable. So I have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. I'm making this video for myself mostly, and for anyone else that maybe has some trouble holding themselves accountable. If you have trouble holding yourself accountable when there's no one else to do that for you, I'm here for you. We're gonna do this together. By the time this goes up, I'm going to have started a 30-day accountability phase. I don't want to use the word diet. Lifestyle change. There it is. I am on the journey to becoming my best self, like we all are, and although I have really made huge strides with accepting myself physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally as I am now, which is big for me because I usually, for almost 28 years, I like a lot about myself. Like, I'm kind of narcissistic, but at the same time I am really, really hard on myself, and I've really started to make a conscious effort to be compassionate and understanding to myself. It's hard. I'm not perfect. If this is like the big thing of progress, I'm like right here. So I've made some, but I'm nowhere near being done. I'm a Sagittarius. So I have a really incredible ability to look at the big picture. I have a terrible track record with day to day. I can be like, oh, in 5 years I want to do this, but like when you tell me this is what you have to do to get there, like on day 1, on day 365, on day, what is that, 730? Sure, I'm bad at math. This is what you have to do. I lose it. And that's why I have a lot of unfinished or like half-done projects and a lot of half-read books, and I have these ideas in my head that I haven't really been acting on, but this is one of them, my channel. So I'm really proud of myself, even if, you know, my dad is the one that watches this, and my wife, she'll totally watch it. My point is, this 30-day challenge lifestyle switch is to prove to myself that I can finish something. So if you are like me and you have really awesome ideas, and they are really great, but you just have trouble executing them to the finish line, you and I are going to do this together. So I'm going to tell you what my goals are, and I'm really hoping that you will either video comment or message me or comment below, just old-fashioned typing, and let me know what you're trying to do, and we can work on this together. What do I want for myself? My 2016 resolution was to become stronger, and I said that in all senses of the word. Physically is the obvious one, also mentally. Spiritually came along within the last month and a half, maybe 2 months. I'll give myself some credit. It's October, July, 3 months ago. And mentally stronger. And it is October, so 2016 is not over yet, and I can still accomplish my goal. And we're starting today. A few months ago, I wrote a journal entry of all the things that adult Alicia is. Like, if I could make my ideal Alicia, what would she be? And I've been working towards them. I want to be like the people who inspire me. So the people who inspire me are well-read, make time for themselves, are in tune with themselves, intellectually, physically, and emotionally. And I will allow intellectually to encompass spiritually as well, because I do not mean religiously, I mean spiritually in tune. So being aware, like, are conscious, mindful. Those people inspire me. People who take time to meditate, people who use crystals, people who practice yoga not for weight loss or flexibility reasons, but because it allows you to have this incredible relationship with yourself. People who eat healthfully and mindfully and wholly, not because they need to be a size 2 or they need to fit in a bathing suit or, like, you know, it's spring break, but because you only have one of these, and the next time you'll have another one if you believe in that, you know, it won't be this one. So like make this one the best you can. I have an amazing friend, and I'm just gonna go ahead and call her spiritual teacher, guider, guru. She'd probably roll her eyes or be like, no, 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 but that's what she's been for me. And I mentioned this kind of offhand out of the side of my neck one day, and I was like, oh, you know, this girl I follow on Snapchat, she drinks green juice and water that she bottles from a natural spring, and she, you know, uses crystals and she crystal grids and she smudges with sage, and like, she's awesome, I'd love to be like her. And she just was like, oh, you know, you can. And I don't think that she was trying to be inspiring, but fuck if that did not stay with me. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I can be like that. And I have been making time for myself to meditate every day for the last almost 2 weeks now. And it's awesome. I'm obsessed. Like, I wish I could get just paid to meditate all day. And I'm starting to learn about crystals, and everything will come in time. But that's something that I'm working on, is just being patient. I'm like self-described the most impatient person, unless I'm at work and you're not a coworker of mine but are a patron of whatever establishment I'm in, then I'm really patient. If you're a coworker of mine, you already know that shit is an act. But I'm really working on my patience, like especially with the people who are closest to me. I feel like we have a tendency to lash out at those people because we know that they're safe. No matter what we do, they're gonna come back and like still be with us, and I don't want to be like that, especially with my wife. She gets a lot of the brunt of my impatience, and it's completely unfair because she has the most patience with me. What I'd like to do is, for the next 30 days, I am going to, first we'll start with like obvious things. I feel like every time it's like, oh, I'm gonna do a challenge, it's all about eating and like physical stuff. So I'm not gonna bullshit you. There is a part of me that wants to like refine what I look like. And by that I mean, I am really trying to just embrace and love and be grateful for the body that I have, because I know if I were to be sick or paralyzed or just unable to use my body the way that I am now, I would think back on like today and be like, wow, why was I caught up in this dress size? Or because, you know, I know that I am more comfortable with myself when I have a little weight on me. Okay, no, I'm more comfortable with that. And the reason that I'm more comfortable with that is because I am very uncomfortable with male attention. And if you've known me for a long time, you'd be like, girl, who are you kidding? I know. I used to really slut it up. But I've been doing a lot of reflection lately, and I've realized I'm very, very uncomfortable with it. I have not always been, you know, involved with people who were terrible for me, but I looked back really inadvertently recently, and I realized I've been like, especially sexually, like taken advantage of a lot. And I did put myself into situations where like I initiated a lot of it, but there was a lot of like confusion I had going on, and that was just how I expressed anything: revenge, anger, loneliness, excited, everything was sex. And until I realized that I was a lesbian, I mean, that was a lot with guys. And it's confusing because I've realized that male attention makes me really uncomfortable, and I think it's because I've been taken advantage of a lot. If you are watching this and you have been involved with me, I'm not necessarily talking about you, but if you feel like I'm talking about you, maybe I am. But I'm not gonna hang on to that because I'm insecure. I'm gonna face it, and I'm gonna like just take it head on. I don't weigh myself. So I am going to weigh myself just for the purpose of being able to say like, hey guys, I told you I was going to start this journey. This is where I was at. Really try hard not to get wrapped up in a number and focus more on a feeling. And that's what I'm doing now. I feel like I could lose 2 dress sizes, but I feel like if I look at myself and I'm happy, I'm gonna be good with that. And I'm really focusing on trying to be good with that, like genuinely, and not just like, I'm good with this, you know? Big other thing, I want to read more and watch TV less. I am a self-proclaimed reality TV junkie. I fucking love some Bravo Real Housewives, like, and I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. But I would really love to, the books that are sitting on my nightstand, finish them, like cover to cover, finish them. So I'm going to do that. I'm only gonna let myself watch TV twice a week, and all the other times I'm either gonna listen to music or, you know, spend time with myself, with our dogs, with my wife, reading. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna eat whole foods only for 30 days. So what that means is I'm gonna stick with the 5 plant-based food groups: legumes, nuts and seeds, fruits, vegetables, grains. And I'm going to practice yoga every day for 30 days. I have resisted the idea of practicing yoga again because when I was really into it, it was when I was obsessed with the way that my body looked, and I was really going for like core and flexibility and not for focusing on breath and acceptance and understanding of yourself, and not about like how far your legs can bend back. I'm really like loving meditation, and if I can do moving meditation and understand more of what my body is capable of, which will in turn allow me to express more gratitude for it, I'm down. So I have an aversion to Bikram hot and power yoga right now because of my own personal associations with them, which has always been weight loss. So this is why I'm trying this approach. I'm not saying that that's what all people do that for. In fact, I know for a fact it's not, and I'm looking forward to when I am in a place that I can practice Bikram yoga again regularly, for all of the health and mental benefits, and not just because you sweat a whole bunch. But I'm not there yet, and I know that. So this is where I'm starting, and I'm just gonna get through the next 30 days, and you're gonna do it with me. And so what I'm gonna do is check in every probably every 10 days, so I can just post about this 3 times, because like I'm not Kim Kardashian. Like, you guys aren't like trying to keep up with me. So I will check back in probably in a week, because I'm getting my wisdom teeth out next week. So I look like a chipmunk because everyone knows what you look like when you get your wisdom teeth out. But I'll make up for it as far as my yoga goes, and as far as eating, I'm probably still gonna be eating beans, not rice because of the kernel or because of the grains, but I can just make smoothies and stuff, so it'll be okay. The most important thing that I'm gonna do is take things day by day. Something has really resonated with me. I don't remember where I read it. I wish I did. But if someone came to you and said, I want to be a brain surgeon, and you said, okay, well, it's going to take you 8 years, you wouldn't say, no, I really need to do that in 6 months. But like, I want to be an educated and very highly trained brain surgeon, but like, give me 6 months. I don't have 8 years. You'd be like, well, then you can't be a brain surgeon. And then he would walk away. That kind of thing is easy to wrap our head around, because we're like, oh, well, that's concrete. But like, a lot of other things are like that too. Self-transformation should take a long time. If you have 100 pounds to lose, that's gonna take a long time. You can't just wake up in 3 weeks and be like, oh, I'm 75 pounds lighter. And if that happened, then like, you probably have a cocaine problem or crystal meth. I don't know. I've heard both are very effective. That's what I'm really focusing on, is getting day to day. And then sometimes even like that, saying that makes me anxious. So I'm gonna focus on getting like however I have to break it down, like minute to minute, making time to take time every day. You can quote me on that. Anyway, so that's all I have for today. This is probably like, I meant this to be a 10-minute video. It's probably gonna be like a million years long. But I will check in with you in a week, and I will tell you how it's going. And let me know if you guys have goals that you're working towards too. We can hold each other responsible. I love you. Until the next time, as always, stay happy and healthy. See you soon.